Okay. If you guys are totally into infused blends, canna friendly, and so much more, you guys want to check out Queen's Infusions. That's right. Double Dose of Raw Talk is officially sponsored by Queen's Infusions. You can find her on Instagram and her Etsy shop. Don't forget to use code DDRT and you will get 20% off. It is by far the best blends I've ever tried. I absolutely enjoy and totally put me in a vibe that I need. I mean, who doesn't? So go check it out. Remember, Queen's Infusions, social media, Instagram, Etsy shop, DDRT for 20% off. Go, hurry. Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys, to another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast with your favorite host, Miss D. And y'all are going to get a whole raspy voice here because your girl had just so much fun for her birthday that I lost my voice. But it's back. It's back, y'all. So I waited for the very last minute to record this episode number 85. And I decided to make it a solo one again because it's only right and it's only fair to come back and tell y'all what I did for my birthday. Ew. So if you haven't heard to last week's episode, go back and tune in. It is the birthday episode. Do it like it's my B-day. And for the record, I am still celebrating and I'm going to continue celebrating because, you know, COVID and life be lifing and not everybody could come out for your girl's birthday brunch, but we already got rain check dates and I'm going to celebrate until 30 days and maybe beyond that because my best friend's birthday is in December, end of December. So you know how we do. Their birthday is my birthday. My birthday is their birthday. You know, you remember when Kevin Hart was like, your bullshit is my bullshit. My bullshit is your bullshit. That's how friendships roll with birthdays too. Okay, so stay the fuck tuned in. But let's just dive right in, y'all. Let's just dive right in. So first and foremost, by the time you guys are listening to this, it is officially Thanksgiving Day, you know. As the pilgrims and all that mess, and it's whatever, y'all. Just give thanks and gratitude to just sitting down with your family, having dinner, and smile and laugh and share memories and talk about things. You remember that one time, you know, or gossip. If you heard something, say something. Like just have a great time. Like just take this opportunity to share moments and making even more memories. And if you are not with family, virtual, y'all, or go to that friend's house or go to that neighbor and just go to that neighbor. That just hit my soul. Like, do what you need to do, but just be grateful because we are seeing yet another day. I am actually, by the time you guys listen, or, you know, fuck it, afternoon time on Thursday of Thanksgiving, I will be relocated to another state, spending time with my cousin / comadre and my goddaughter and my compadre, and in their in-laws and just family. So I will still be with family, but it's actually my first year being away from my family during, you know, Thursday Gratitude Day. And my son and I will be spending it elsewhere. Actually excited. We're traveling for the first time on day of. We are going to repurpose the day and the momentum to just, again, make more memories. I have not seen my goddaughter in a very long time, so I'm excited to see her because, you know, she's a little jazzy little diva, and I'm just excited. I'm just excited with what this year's going to look like. To be able to check out another state, it's also pretty dope. We will be away for several days, so we will be coming back, making more memories, and but yeah, it's something new and it's something fresh, and I definitely wanted to share the newest outlook I have on life in general. You know, 36 years of life, the new year of life. And I wanted to just share with you guys because one of the things I definitely want to commit to, and whether I'm kicking it off now and it's going to go into 2022 all the way through, or just maybe like even halfway, I definitely want to visit more states. I want to be able to visit and connect with people that I've met virtually. And I'm not talking about men, although some are men. I'm kidding. Just kidding. I'm talking about like just connecting with people whom I've met virtually due to that thing called pandemic, the quarantine, I should say, that quarantini. And we created great connections, great friendships, there's memories in that itself. And I am looking forward to being able to meet them. And so more to come on what more states I visit, because part of my birthday weekend, I took a 24-hour trip to Philadelphia. Shout out to RCC Pod, Red Cup Confidential, to Rima Baby and Keeping It Court, to fellow podcasters who I absolutely adore and love and respect. They are part of the Wine Down Crew Pod. Shout out to the Wine Down Crew Pod. Been listening to them since day one that I've discovered them. Same with the RCC Pod, but I have been given the honor to join them and be a guest on this week's episode. So I'm going to definitely link this in the show notes, and you guys should go check it out, because we was drinking and we was talking all the mess and all the music, and y'all don't want to miss it. It was like a full-blown double dust in a Red Cup Confidential. That's what that was. But it was pretty dope to be invited out to form part as a guest on another podcast and to have the conversations that were had. I was able to give a little bit of more insight on a certain time of my life. Y'all remember that song? Had the time of my life. Y'all, my voice is still raspy. This is so bad. But nobody puts baby in a corner. If you know where that movie's from. But anyway, just the topics that were discussed in this week's episode over at RCC Pod was me tapping into a definitely a low moment in my life, a time of my life that is not necessarily the proudest, but it's true to my story and very significant to the inspiration behind my ebook, my journal to self-love and how to build and rebuild your confidence. That didn't just come from looking in a mirror and putting makeup on or just losing weight. There's definitely a foundation from that, because this is an everyday thing, right? And one of those things was definitely a terrible experience from a past relationship. And I gave a little bit of insight, just a small dose of what formed part of that terrible experience. And I shared it on the RCC Pod. So shout out to RCC Pod for bringing to light conversation and topics that, listen, everybody's been talking about it, right? From, unhealthy relationships, domestic violence, still with music and mess, right? But also conversations that we do need to have. And that is the type of show that I respect and I absolutely fuck with, because you guys already know on this show, we get comfortable being uncomfortable. No topic is ever off limits. So I praise you guys and shout out to you guys and thank you for having me. And y'all tune the fuck in. You want to support that episode and that show in general. So Philly was pretty dope. I actually went on the weekend of their half marathon, so that was actually pretty dope and exciting to witness, to cheer a few people on. I've definitely experienced being a spectator of the marathon, not just via the TV at home. My brothers, shout out to my two brothers and my brother's girlfriend, shout out to her. They've ran the marathon. My friend, dear friend, soul sister Hallie, she definitely ran the marathon this year too. Shout out to her. Here in New York City, of course. And just to see the type of strength and power and determination that you need to do something like that. You know what? It's never too late in life to do shit like that. And I hope to be able to reach that level someday as I continue on my journeys, right? It takes a lot of mental very disciplined mental state to be able to do something like that. Also, shout out to Shay from Another Shot podcast. Thick Fit Shay, shout out to her. She celebrated her birthday this past October. My Scorpio sis, but shout out to her because she definitely did a Spartan race, and I'm super duper proud of her. She did it with some of her friends, and so inspirational, motivational, and that's the type of shit I definitely want to be able to keep around me. The older I get, the more I realize that is the type of people, the type of inspiration, the type of motivation with all my journeys and all the shit that I be going through, right? That's the type of shit I want to keep around me. It's very positive for me, but also it's very realistic, right? Because nothing is ever guaranteed. There's no guaranteed. We just have to live every single day and every single moment to its fullest, right? Some of us keep going straight forward on a straight path, moving forward, eyes on the prize, and some of us do have setbacks, but it's the type of determination and motivation that I essentially always want to be able to keep around me so that I could keep pushing towards that even when I do experience a setback. So shout out to you guys. Y'all really fuck shit up, and I fucking love it. So like I said, Philly was dope. It was a great experience. Definitely coming back with the kid and the family. It's definitely a great 24-hour, 48-hour trip to make. There's so much to see. I definitely was contemplating staying a little longer. Could not because I had a birthday brunch, but it's in the works. Philly, I'm coming back. And I still have more people to meet that I've met virtually. But yeah, it was amazing. So I came back from Philly, which was also, do not underestimate the opportunity of sleeping in a hotel by your damn self in a big ass king size bed, all to yourself, having no fucking care in the world, and then taking the longest motherfucking shower. Any of y'all who are homeowners, y'all know the struggle of taking long ass fucking showers when you pay for water, okay? All facts here. This is raw fucking talk. So you damn right I was in that shower for almost a motherfucking hour just letting that damn water run, because guess the fuck what? It was not going to affect my water bill. I'm just saying. But don't underestimate that. That felt so amazing to give myself that break and just be able to just lay there and watch TV and read and be so carefree. Definitely something I recommend people to do. Kids, no kids, whatever. Spouse, no spouse, whatever. Do it with your spouse. Don't do it with your spouse. But I definitely recommend it. Once in your lifetime, doing that, just getting away is pretty fucking dope. And it was much needed. So I'm glad I did that. Definitely shout out to my close chosen few friends. Celebrated the birthday at a brunch. Here's something that I wanted to share with you guys. You guys already know I've definitely shared on this platform how I've been tapping in little by little to my faith again, right? And I'm circling back in there. I know I am. I know I'm getting there. I'm getting more comfortable. Maybe someday I'll feel comfortable sharing where I got a little lost in more depth. Maybe when I do, I'll be able to have a significant person come on this platform to talk about it. It's definitely not a me problem, to be honest with you. It definitely got into my head. It was something that happened to someone else. It's not by no means a me thing, but it put a lot into perspective about my faith back then. And that's where I really derailed, if I may say so. But I've been back on this journey, right? I've been tapping back into my faith, tapping back into scriptures, tapping back into books and podcasts. Shout out to Bible Stories with Brianna, and shout out to the Forgiven podcast, my peeps. But one thing that I've definitely been able to truly tap into and just see, and it's just been so dope. God is going to always shine so bright at any time of day or night through the universe, and with all universal powers, he's going to have his own plan for you, right? He's going to say, nah, this is how you're going to do it up, or this is how you're going to face this, right? I had planned a brunch that started with 15 people, and with life and it came down to 6 people. And listen, no shade, shit fucking happens. That's part of life, and it's part of being understanding, right? Because when you love your people and your people love you, you always gonna figure out a way to make time no matter what. But sometimes the inevitable does happen and shit is out of our control. Do we dwell on it? No. Do we get mad at it? Absolutely the fuck not. You just make sure you make it the next time, right? But to my surprise, in brunching in the city, and having a good portion of my chosen few with me, here comes walking down the street another set of friends, who I happen to know, who I esteem very dearly, who are absolutely wonderful. Shout out to them. They know who they are if they're listening to this. People that I've met from years ago in college, that I've still seen occasionally, several times throughout years. And they were actually brunching together right next to my table. And it was actually pretty dope and so amazingly beautiful to have familiar faces still surrounding me, surrounding that moment, having their own joy and their happiness, and somehow it was able to intertwine with mine. And what was amazing for me in that moment was that, when my table was there singing happy birthday, and the little table next to us on the right, who was also celebrating their own birthday, complete strangers, and then the other table with these familiar faces were turning around and clapping and singing happy birthday in that moment, to me, that was a sign to me. That was a message to me that said, you know what? You want to be in the moment and the feeling of elevating your happiness, Daisy. I'm going to give you smiles and claps and applauses, and not claps, applauses, clapping, singing, joy. I'm going to let you see these faces like this just for this moment so that you can really embrace it as you welcome 36 years of life. And, the 36th year of life, I should say. And in that moment, it was by far the best feeling ever. It was so much so the best feeling ever that I continued the party until very late that evening. But I danced. Sure, there were some drinks, but I danced. And shout out to Bagels and Brussels, my food and health coach, because even with there being some drinks, I was able to make decisions, see if it was the healthy decision for me, the right decision for me in that moment, or if I should change up the drink that I was having, or should I slow down, or should I have some water? Because again, I'm trying to be intentional and purposeful with several things in my life all at the same time, right? Also because I was drinking in Philly too, right? So it was a night on Sunday evening after brunch that I genuinely was able to drink, be very healthy in my tipsy, remember everything, laugh, smile, dance, sing, and still with the people I love. And I'm sure you guys could fucking hear me smiling through the damn microphone, but I'm genuinely fucking smiling. And I am just so happy that I intended to welcome this year of life in this way. Just happy, genuinely fucking happy. The cherry on top was, after sharing videos and clips and pictures, several people that met me in junior high and high school, were sliding into private messages, into DMs, and they were saying, happy birthday, Daisy. Oh my God, you look so happy. Like, you really look fucking happy. And so for me, the cherry on top is when people actually see it. When people understand that I am truly this happy, that I am in such a better place than what I was 8 months ago. When during my podcast first year anniversary live show, I shared how dark it almost got per my therapist, my former therapist, because I was almost hitting a very low point with different things that were going on. And so I am experiencing now being still, in a space where I'm still dealing with difficult shit, right? And I've shared a little bit about this, and I shared a little insight on it in last week's episode. But I am happy still. And I think I finally figured out how to have that discipline in place and how I want to continue building on that discipline. I had a session this week with my food and health coach, and I had, call it the birthday session. I don't know, call it the birthday workout with Rick. Shout out to Rick, Just Be Better Fitness. You know, I look around me and I am just extremely proud of how I have aligned my life so much that I know I have the right people supporting me and guiding me and coaching me. I know that I'm in a good, healthy, discipline space. That although it still needs a little bit of work, and I know I'm gonna be on that journey to really building that to the max, right? I am really satisfied and confident of where I'm heading with this discipline and my knowledge of how to figure life out at this moment. I really gotta stop with these ums. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I also wanted to give a small little shout out to something that I did. And I wanted to do something completely different. And I believe I mentioned this on last week's episode, but if I didn't, it's fine. I'll share it now. Here goes with the ums again. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to, sure, you always celebrate birthdays with your birthday cake and all that stuff, but I wanted to, knowing that people were probably going to get me these things, I wanted to be, again, intentional and purposeful when it came to how I was going to set up my own celebration. And so for this year, I didn't do the typical cake thing. Sure, there was some sweets and treats with cupcakes, but I did do, for the first time, a luxe box of charcuterie. Shout out to the Platter Girls. They are here in New York City. And I'm definitely going to post a little honorary homage type of, gratitude turkey day shit. And definitely shouting them out, but also, putting them on my feed as somebody who I definitely stand by, a business that I'm going to stand by from a small business standpoint, and just support them, because they definitely came through with what I wanted. They came through with the purpose of enjoyment of delicious treats in that charcuterie luxe box. Let me tell you, it was amazing. It was so good. And what was so achieving in that moment of designing my birthday like this was that I was actually able to get my family to adjust to that and to embrace something like that, something so different from what we're so used to, be it because of our culture, generations after generations, just getting, el biscocho, el cake, con guava dentro, as the filling, and, que sea from this bakery or from that bakery. We did something different, and we celebrated my birthday a little bit differently. And what was pretty dope about that was that my family enjoyed it too. And from the standpoint of health, wealth. Let me say that one more time. Wealth. Speaking on it, y'all. But from the standpoint of health and wellness, it meant a lot to me that we were able to do something like that. But also just from a small business standpoint, shout out to the Platter Girls. Y'all definitely have to check them out. I'm going to tag them in the show notes, and you'll be seeing them on my social media too. So that was something, again, different that I did this year. And one thing I definitely want to share with you guys that I absolutely learned from this is that we really have to learn how to take risks. And it was an aha moment to me, and I want to close this episode out with you guys with this last touch. It was an aha moment to me during my food and health coach session with Naomi. Shout out once again to Bagels and Brussels. When I said to her the things that I've been learning through her guidance and coaching, and just me feeling more confident doing research of the things that I'm purchasing for my home as far as meal goals and meal prepping and snacks, etc. I raised my kid with the concept of don't knock it till you try it. And I realized that while I am a very confident woman, when it comes to this area, I have not been so confident. And so because I didn't think I was that confident and that disciplined or educated into doing this type of research, or even thinking that I could introduce this to my kid from a wellness standpoint, I was not practicing what I was preaching. I wasn't not knocking it until I try it. No, I was knocking it way before I would even try it. And it was a fucking aha moment, and I had to check myself. And I had to tell myself real quick. Y'all already know I do a lot of shit in front of the mirror, y'all, with post-it notes and everything. Check out that ebook. But I really had to stand there and I had to say, how the fuck do you expect to be an inspiration to yourself from the person you were yesterday to the person that you are today? For the person you're going to be tomorrow. How the fuck do you want to be a role model to the teenager? Yes, he's a young man, but you're still the adult here. How do you want to be a role model to him? If you don't really get your life together, you don't really gather yourself. And it's not me coming down on me. It's not me being hard on me. But it was me really saying, who the hell are you to be preachy? Don't knock until you try it. But here I am. I have been knocking things. I have been hesitant to try things. I have been holding back, taking easy way outs, and not really putting myself into a space where I am taking chances. Because how the fuck am I supposed to know if it is meant for me or if it's going to work out? I say that to say as something so small in a conversation about food and health and how I'm able to apply it to my life and how I'm going to celebrate a birthday, not your typical shit. No, it was not a birthday dinner. Yes, there was a brunch. Yes, there was dancing at a lounge. It wasn't a typical thing on a Sunday at that. Yes, there was a 24-hour trip to another state right next door to New York City. Come on now. No, it's not your typical shit I would do. No, the Charcuterie Luxe box was not your typical shit that I would do. It was completely different. For the first time ever in years, I did not just take the day off for my birthday from work. I decided to make it a long as fuck weekend, Thursday through Monday. And even though I still, because I'm a workaholic, so I still like peek into the email, right? And I still joined the meeting or two. The point is, I was able to actually put that on my calendar. And I was able to at least give myself that much of a space. Even if it meant some virtual connection, but I was able to give myself that. To really give myself a vacation, even if it's a staycation. Because I do deserve it. Doing things completely out of my norm, out of my regular, out of my usual, and really feel genuinely fucking happy, y'all. It's a success for me, and I thought it would only be right to share this with you guys and, let you guys in on it, tell you guys, what I've been up to, put some pods out there, put some businesses out there, put some people out there that y'all should follow. I do have 2 more things to share with you guys, and I definitely want to put them on a map. They've been on the show before. But it's recognition too of just the different impact that it's had on my life. And if I'm entering another year of life, y'all, I need y'all to know how relevant it is to who I am and what I do and how I live. During this week's session with my food and health coach, another compliment that I got, and this is definitely making me smile all the way from cheek to cheek. We were reflecting on the different things I'm eating now, and it shows even in my skin, and I had no makeup on, and she was very close to my camera, right? It was a virtual session, and she said, your skin looks really good. And I said, no, it is, because I really feel a difference. I'm eating differently now. I'm drinking a lot more water, so I definitely feel a difference. And then I said, oh, but I also use Sunkiss Organics. And she laughed. She goes, no, but it's a combination too, right? Because you're treating your skin so well now from the outside, and you're also treating your body better from the inside. And so Sunkiss Organics has definitely been a guest on the show before. But I realized now from day one that I started using them, it's been over a year. It's been a whole year and change. And I have to say that how my skincare journey has been. And listen, your body's going to work you. Your body's going to try you. Don't get it twisted. And there's so much to the skincare regimen, but it's even more so an achievement and just pride to know that, yeah, at 35, I was able to master a skincare routine and regimen that works for me very personally. I've tried things. Shout out once again to Sunkiss Organics, Jessica Jade. It has been so beautiful to be able to truly get to know my skin, to truly work through my skin journey, because I do suffer from mild psoriasis, and the flare-ups are definitely relevant to my stress and clearly to my eating too. And this is just like a full circle moment for me. So once again, shout out to Sunkiss Organics. Check them out. I'll definitely put them in the show notes. But I cannot pass on to this very dope episode on just certain things that happen in the birthday week that are very relevant to where I am right now and where I'm going to keep going, and with whom and with what. And the last shout out goes to, it is Thursday. One more time for the people in the back. It is Thursday, y'all. There is another podcast that's dropping today. Well, the episode is dropping today. They just launched season 3, The Mermaid and the Lion. And again, over a year already working with them. Shout out to them for giving me a place to write. I love to write. I am still writing my book. You guys know I've been writing my little ebooks. The second one is coming, y'all. Stay the fuck tuned. But most importantly, they have given me an opportunity to not only write for their podcast, but also to do voiceover acting in it as well. Today, it dropped season 3 episode that I co-wrote, and I'm gonna say co-wrote because shout out to the producers, Angel and Gaza of the Mermaid and the Lion podcast, audio drama, and it is the season 3, the newlyweds season, telling their story, their love story, their journey. They have allowed me to add my own dose in there. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity. I'm very, very excited. This space of podcasting, it started with a microphone and me wanting to have a voice for no one to ever silence me. And, you know, we get comfortable being uncomfortable. No topic is ever off limits. You guys already know I keep it all the way raw here. But it has definitely helped me tap into my other passions and my other loves. And writing is definitely one of them. And so today I'm going to tag the show in the show notes. Please go check out their season 3. It just kicked off. They are already having me in suspense. I'm so happy for them and so excited for them. I love the pod as well. Who doesn't love a little audio drama? Una novela, how we say in Spanish. Una novela. Except it's really about their life and their love story, so that makes it even more dope. But I'm definitely featured on there as a character, Erica. And today, the first episode of season 3 drops of Erica and her love. And you don't want to miss it. You want to catch up to all those episodes. Check them out. Support them too. And tune the fuck in. All right, y'all. One last call on what this Q4 is looking like. Remember, I shared a little bit of Q4, right, on the last episode. Don't forget to support this show here. I'm producing the show, running the show as a one-woman show. I am the host, your favorite one. And I do all the works here, and it is a lot of work. So as long as you guys love it and enjoy it and you support it, check out the merch store. There are still items there. I decided not to switch up the classic signature Double Dose of Raw Talk logo merch store items. I think it's still a momentum to keep them going and for people to keep getting their little mugs or their hoodie. Y'all, it is cold. Get you your hoodie today. We have one in white, real cute pullover. We definitely have the zipper one, very comfortable. We do have the fanny pack. So the fanny pack is definitely going with me every time I go to the gym. I don't care. So what? We have other things. There are some t-shirts too. I've been rocking my tees too. You're gonna see them, and masks. And you guys know we are still wearing masks. So yeah, go support the show with the merch store. The items are still there. Definitely looking to revamp it for the new year. And my ebook is still there too. Catch up to it, read it, entertain yourselves, have some questions, ask me questions. Maybe if more of you read it and ask me more questions, I might just come on to an episode and address some of the questions, giving more detail as to, the story behind the ebook. And support your girl. The next ebook is coming. My journal to another journey in my life that I know a lot of you are going to want to read about, and how I cope with it and how I deal with it and how I manage it, which I do take a lot of pride in. But yeah, support your girl. And as you guys already know, the show opened with our show sponsor, Queens Infusions. You guys already know the show notes has the link. There's also an Etsy shop. Support my girl, Queens Infusions, Canna Blends, and then some. You don't want to miss it. Definitely my go-to. Ooh, that's the dose I need. Honestly, I'm very stressful days. That's the dose I need. So go support your girl as always. Shout out to Sully. You're rocking it out. So proud of you. It is our official sponsor. One more time, Queens Infusions. Use code DDRT and you get 20% off at checkout. The Etsy shop is linked in the show notes. So there goes my birthday recap. And I am excited I was able to tell you guys all these doses. This was like as far as it gets with like double or nothing in or overdose. How you like them apples? But I'm excited that I was able to live in this moment. Like I said, your girl's still celebrating because that's what I do. And I know I said next week, which was this week, you were going to get a guest, but no, I needed to talk about this. I needed to let y'all in on this because I always got some shit to talk about, and I'm going to talk about it regardless. And thank you guys, as always, for coming back and listening to me talk my shit. I do believe I'm going to bring back the mini-sodes, your Tuesday mini-sode series, but this was definitely a moment to share with you guys. So, as always, guys, this has been another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I'm your host, Miss C, and you guys will tune in next week. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.